Alrighty. So, as is probably obvious, I'm doing this on only a level 110 character. I actually stopped playing on the beta after the character reset. The reason was pretty simple. I was just waiting for them to do an update to Feral, which, as we all know, never happened. I also never bought Battle for Azeroth, and I did cancel my subscription because I just didn't like where things were going. So I also tried jumping onto the PvP server, which had the 120 level characters, and yeah, that was just too limited for me to be able to try and test this out there. So I'm kind of stuck trying to do this with a character that's obviously not that high, and because this is a character that is coming off of Legion, with stats that were appropriate for Legion and never had anything from pre-patch, yeah. My haste is obviously not exactly as high as you might want, but in a way this is good, because this is also representative of what someone who is leveling would want. Now there's obviously two issues here. Two of them are, well, number one, at a higher level, at 120, you'll have both Azurite and probably more stats that are more appropriate for what it'll be like at max level, so I'm going to outright admit now, at 120, your results will probably be different. But I'm going to take this from the view for players that are leveling. So let's start off with what it looks like to this at this level. And just a quick look at what I've got chosen. Something I noticed is that while some of these are really great, like Rip and Tear, Ferocious Wound has also got some good advantages. Yeah, some other parts of this, but the other options, leveling aren't so great, but I understand it's mainly aimed at PvP, but still these aren't so bad. As you can see, I thought I had changed that from Feral. Wonder why something hasn't been working right. Sorry. I got this character messed up with another character. I've got more than one Feral on the beta. Apparently, I forgot I hadn't swapped this character back over to Talons. Well, in a way, that's okay. Yes, I just now realized that. I'll make mistakes. You can see I did not have any of this experience bar, and I got into this fold thinking I had Blood Talons. That was a lot of wasted effort. Well, let's still get this going. See how much more damage I do than I was. So what I was basically doing before was basically running it like this. So doing that, I'm actually doing more damage than I was before. No surprise, since yeah, Battle Frenzy. I mean, it's meant to be a burst attack. Not exactly the greatest one though. I mean, it's meant to, like this one, just allow you to get stuff up and moving quicker. Now I'm stuck in this pit that we all hate where you're just not able to do anything. While leveling even all the way back to Wrath, that was a bit of an annoyance. And I've been playing since vanilla, so I'm kind of used to that. But in older expansions, this wasn't such an issue. Part of the reason I'm in this area is for something later. Before I realized that little mistake there, I was only pulling about 2,000 DPS on a single target pull. Being able to use that, obviously now I'm up to 2,200. So, I should really... Do I have any? I should. I don't. Well, so much for that hope. Well, guess we'll just move on from there. 2200. It's annoying. But we'll move on to Resto. Resto I've not had exactly the best of luck with for a variety of reasons. I'm going to point the finger at stats as my personal opinion as to why I've not been doing as well as other people have with this, because of the low haste. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, right, I don't have interrupt on this one. That's even lower than what I usually get. I usually get about 1400. So yeah, I get much lower DPS using Resto and Feral. I mean, there's just not much that you can get that supports the Feral out of the PvP talents or out of Feral's, or excuse me, out of Resto's talents in general. So, yeah. I mean, at higher levels, I can see possibly, especially with Azurite traits, being able to support it much, much better. Especially since, as I had noticed, if you'll notice, Shred does 774 damage, and that does 2,312 damage. If you'll notice, Shred does less damage, and Ferocious Bite does less damage. The direct damage, even with that, is much lower. So, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to do more damage at higher levels with more haste to help with energy regen. I'm not surprised people have been getting that, but I just don't have the stats for it. Anyways, let's move on to the other one I was trying, and the one that actually got me thinking about doing this. Guardian and Feral. As a side note, real quick. Look at that damage there, 3,900. This will give you an idea of why I got so interested in this. Yeah, Bears does 5,340. Remember that 774? This Shred does over 1,000. And the Ferocious Bite does, yeah, more damage as well. The reason for this is quite obvious when I was going through it and what got me so interested. The Master Shaper. Feral Affinity gives you 30% more damage. There's a lot of other things that cause this as well, or causes this to actually be really good as well. Brambles works. Active Guardian works. Feral Beam, Lunar Beam works. All of these work without dropping you out of bear form. What this means is Galactic Guardian gives you free Moonfires. By the way, don't use Moonfire, it knocks you out of form. So, essentially, are able to just do non-stop damage with real effort. And you are pretty much a single target. Well, I'll show you. I didn't even... That was 2,000 damage, and I didn't have enough time to get out my Ferocious Brightness. Yes, you saw that. Ferocious Bite did 9,000 damage. There you go, 4K. Even though that's abnormal because I had full combo before I went in. Usually I see Bear do about 2,500. So, yeah. Bear does really well. The Bear Feral combo has another advantage. And I come up here to show it to you. So if you get a bad pull, which I did while testing this out, where I went from just having one guy attacking me to suddenly having 7, You just need to do this. And all of a sudden, yeah. What was that? You're taking damage? Not really. Quite simply put, when I think about how this is playing, both cat form and bear form, I was very quickly reminded of Burning Crusade Feral. The bear form can hit a lot more targets and plays a lot smoother than that did. But since you could go between cat and bear form for different types of damage and for different levels of survivability, it reminded me a lot of that. Yeah. For leveling, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to go Guardian Feral, as long as you had War Mode on. As you saw, you had really good single target damage, have excellent survivability. I just don't see any reason why not to do it. I'm at max level. Like I said, right now I can't test it. I'm seriously considering leveling up on the beta server here, seeing what it's like at max level. Someone else can try it if they want, and let me know what they find out. But anyways, yeah, there you go. There's definitely a difference.